Good evening and welcome to KSC TV News. I'm Emma Hamilton.
And I'm Kelsey Jackson. Thanks for tuning in this evening.
NH1 reports Keene is the 5th most dangerous city in New Hampshire recently. A study by Only in Your State ranked Keene 5th because there's recently been 2 violent crimes and 40 property crimes. To determine the ranking of the cities, the site looked at the amount of crimes per 1,000 residents. Students say even with this ranking, they still feel safe on campus. Campus safety at KSC is one of the reasons students feel safer on campus. The bookstore here at Keene State College has cut almost all student workers. This is related partly to the campus budget crisis. I got to talk with students who have lost their jobs and one who is still hanging on.
Students can still purchase books, apparel, and school supplies at the on-campus bookstore, but they may notice something different. In the past, it was their friends behind the counter, but not anymore. Now, all but 2 student workers have been let go. They got the news 2 weeks before the semester started by text message.
I was very upset because I, as a student with work study, am eligible for that, and to have it cut with really no like advance notice or anything, it made me feel like really helpless because there was nothing that I could do.
Dustin says she was able to work the first 2 weeks of school. Once book buying was over, so was her job. While working, she found out her job loss was a result of budget cuts. There is the possibility of an outside company taking over the bookstore. The Equinox reported that there have been 2 proposals for new vendors sent to KSC, Barnes & Noble and Foliot. There is an undecided amount of time that a decision must be made. Students are unsure whether the new company will be offering jobs to them.
I think as a student that worked in the bookstore, the students who come in and see this other students working liked it. I think it made them feel more comfortable walking into the bookstore, and I don't think that having new management and having adults work in the bookstore will benefit them.
Not only have the budget cuts resulted in job loss, the impact on all students is concerning.
I did hear that if we do have new people do come in, the prices will be higher, and I know kids already struggle with buying stuff there. One of the reasons we're going out of business basically is because people don't buy clothes. So if it does raise their prices, then I don't think it's going to benefit. But
the new ownership of the bookstore has students feeling very uneasy as to how it will ultimately impact them. Student workers losing their jobs or having their hours cut altogether is making it very difficult with little to no income while at college. Emma Hamilton, KSC TV.
Even though Keene State is unsure when it will get its new bookstore, the change is coming. There is hope that the discussion about these changes will further by the middle of November.
The 2016 election is the first chance millennials have to cast a ballot. Recently, I talked with Keene State students about why it is important for them to vote.
The election that is approaching is one of the most important in history. New Hampshire is considered a swing state, meaning the votes could go either way. According to CampusVoteProject.com, only 42% of 18 to 24-year-olds were registered to vote in 2014, the lowest in 40 years. Many are strongly advocating for this percentage to increase, and for students in Keene to put in their vote and voice their opinion.
It's crucial that we figure out how to vote and really do it because, especially in Keene, New Hampshire is, with 4 electoral votes, could decide the election, and that's scary. So
students all over campus are speaking up about how important it is for this generation to take part in this election.
And in New Hampshire specifically, we're a first in the nation primary. All eyes are on us, and when it comes to this election, we're more of a swing state than others, and it's important that everyone gets out and vote.
Norton says it's important and helpful to be on a college campus for this election because of the much needed resources available.
That we have registering to vote every Tuesday is huge. I think it's just getting people to care enough to go up to the tables and register.
As Election Day approaches, college students are highly advised to register and vote, especially in Keene, New Hampshire. Election Day is November 8th. Kelsey Jackson, KSC TV.
Election Day is November 8th. Voting times are from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. and rides are being offered from campus. Cheshire Academy for Lifelong Learning has teamed up with Tau Kappa Epsilon to send a box of food and clothing to Haiti after the hurricane. The Equinox Reports TKE says participating in this event was life-changing. The box was shipped to Haiti Friday, October 21st.
KSC's Habitat for Humanity Club is welcoming new members to kick off another semester of community service. The club had its first meeting of the year with old and new members in the Madison Street Lounge. To introduce everyone, they played a typical icebreaker. The e-board was able to explain what they will be doing for builds throughout the year to help the community. This year's plans also include participating in Homeless Awareness Week and a build at least once a month. KSC's Habitat for Humanity does service in various places throughout New Hampshire. One e-board member was able to help her community by using her free time to make an impact.
I feel really good. I would spend a Saturday sleeping in all day, or I could be productive and helping the world in the smallest way that I can.
To join and impact your local community, stop by the Madison Street Lounge on Tuesdays at 8 p.m.
The future of students learning about science is quickly changing in Keene. About 50 people met in the Madison Street Lounge on September 26 to discuss the future of and changes to how science will be taught. Most people present consisted of K-12 science teachers from across New Hampshire. The forum was to educate current and future science teachers on the changes happening. Many teachers expressed their opinions and questions. The new style of science is based off of more hands-on activities to make students more excited to learn. The revised teaching style is set to be voted on in early December.
That's all for this edition of KSC TV. Thanks for tuning in.
We'll be back next week at the same time. We'll see you then, and have a good evening.